I'm Tony Fountain, editor and publisher of the Drovers Journal, and welcome to the first of our series of talks with our veterinary guru, Dr. Wayne Backhouse. Now, Wayne, as you would be aware from our writings before, has been a practicing vet. He's been a lecturer at the University of Western Sydney, which was formerly Hawkesbury Ag College, and also been a production heavy in Olsen's Industries for many years, and now he's back in private practice and also on the lecture circuit talking about things of great interest to you. So we were talking earlier on about, with the change in season over much of eastern Australia, just what a potential problem grass tetany is going to be. So I'll hand you over to Wayne just to give us a run through on grass tetany.
Well, thanks Tony. This is the time of the year when our grass tetany problems occur, especially when we get a cold snap, so we get our stress. But I was just looking at a picture of typical time when grass tetany occurs. It's often a cloudy day that sets it off, low pasture availability of grass, made even worse by pastures that have been fertilised, because the ammonia level in the pasture is very high. The cattle eat this, they have a high rumen ammonia that depresses the availability of magnesium. Magnesium's not like calcium, it's not in the bones all the time. Calcium's in the bones, and so therefore they can call on that as a reserve. Magnesium they've got to eat every day, and if there's a high level of ammonia, that depresses it. If you've got a calcium deficiency also going, well then you can get both grass tetany and hypocalcemia. And the cows that are more susceptible to it are second to fifth calvers, the older cows, because their nutrient demands are much higher, and also they've had some of them washed out. So what you do is you can put out supplements, and there's plenty of supplements around, but there are other things, otherwise your supplements won't work quite so well. One of the things is to provide them with other food. Now in those green pastures they're full of water, full of ammonia, and they're full of energy, and the problem is there's not enough to keep the microbial growth working pretty well, and therefore it's really important to put out some straw, some cereal stubble or something or other like that. That is very important because it gets their salivary glands going, it gets the bacteria going, and that allows them to utilise that magnesium, that rumen ammonia, so the magnesium uptake is greater and it helps them uptake it. The other thing that you can do, or the other things to look out for, is you try and put your cows, especially the older cows, in warmer sections of your property, preferably facing the east so they get the warm sun, away and out of winds. That can make a big difference to how they go. The classic treatment is to put out some Corsmag, but that has got problems. There are supplements, but there's a more improved way of doing it, and I'm working on using a magnesium and calcium loose mix that you mix up, plus it's got another energy source, and that will stick to either hay or chaff or something or other like that, so you can get a lot better result to improve your grass tetany situations. Big thing is, if you're still having a lot of troubles with grass tetany, get in touch with me and we can look at your property and see what are the other underlying factors, and costs very little to move cattle, but it makes a big difference to your results.
Okay, well there we are folks. So Wayne's email address is just down below there. Send him an email, get in contact with him, and you'll be talking to the top man in the game. Thanks for being with us, and we'll talk to you in the next veterinary segment. See ya.